Cyber Leader, it seems that these two YouTubers are making a cyber ranking video. Should we allow them to, or shall we destroy them?
Destroy them! Destroy them at once!
Hello, welcome to Not Another Who podcast. I'm your host, Sam Morrell.
And I am Christopher Hyde.
We're doing our Cyberman ranking today. Cybermen?
Cybermen. Or
Cybermen.
Cyberwomen. Because we did forget one important Cyberman variant. If you don't know, you know. If you don't know, don't inquire. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. What we are going to do is we're going to do a tier list. Now, a tier list is basically it's a list where you've got alphabet one side, and then you've got a row where you can put whatever thing you're ranking. So we're going to have from top to bottom, it's going to be S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, D tier, E tier, and F tier as the final. The final and the forbidden. Ooh, spooky. So we're gonna take it in turns to say our suggestion, like where we would put certain designs on this list. And then when I get to editing, I will make it look really fun, and we will... Yeah. So, would you like to start?
With F, it's the Cyber Lords.
The Cyber Lords. Oh, okay. Because that... Give us your reason.
I respect that they are doing something different, but the execution wasn't quite there. They melded into the background. They didn't do much with them.
Yeah. Like the design is good or okay, but the actual function to the story is very lackluster. Yeah. For my first in the F tier, because I've got 3 in my F tier.
I've just got 1 in F tier.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna count because obviously we didn't put it in. Obviously, you're more than welcome to agree or disagree. But my first for F tier is the wooden Cyberman from Time of the Doctor.
I did not put the wooden Cyberman in it.
Oh yeah, I didn't rework mine, but if we're going to go from like our new list, I'm gonna put the wooden Cyberman in F tier because it's bad.
Yeah. If I put the wooden Cyberman in, it would have gone in F. My
second for F tier is the Cyberwoman from Torchwood.
Yeah, same again.
Yeah. Bad episode. I don't know if it's an entirely bad episode because I do like the motivation of Ianto saving her, that kind of aspect, but I don't like the Cyberman. I don't like the fact that it's a sexy Cyberman. It just doesn't make any sense. And then my final for F tier is the Nightmare in Silver, Death in Heaven, Dark Water Cybermen, the Iron Man robots, as we like to class them as. let's go upper tier to E.
E.
E. So, what is your first for E tier? Or how many do you have in E tier?
One again.
Okay, tell us your one.
It is the Iron Man Cybermen.
Well, we did say it was going to come up very shortly.
Yeah. That's just a bland, stomping army with no substance, really.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with you that they are just a stumpy stump army.
Yeah.
They also just like the absolute power levels of them being able to upgrade after being shot at or attacked in any way defeats the whole purpose, because it kind of turns into a bit of a Lovecraftian monster at that point.
Yeah.
You know, you can't defeat it, so what's the point?
Yeah, they lost what made the Cybermen great.
That special sauce, WD-40. They just weren't fun. They were just there, and then they upgraded the Brigadier. Like that's desecration of classic Who. You know, I'm gonna say both. For E tier is the Cyberlords and the Jodie Whittaker Cybermen, Cyber Warriors thing. They're both in E tier for me. The look of them is somewhat better. Mainly the head bit is better.
Yeah.
But the story, the function, they're just bad. I'm going to chuck Ashad in this bit as well. Like, Ashad was sort of like not really relevant. He was effective and intimidating, but
yeah, he was very effective. That was the highlight of the Cybermen of that era.
But I can't count it as any higher because I feel like that's a disservice to any other designs. So we're on to D tier now. What is your first? How many do you have for D tier?
One.
What is your one?
Everything's mostly at the top for me. For D is the 2000 Cybermen.
Oh, okay.
I feel they've lost that organic quality to them.
Yeah, they became too much like a metal man.
Yeah, they're a bit too robotic for my taste.
Okay, interesting. Well, I've only got one for D tier, and that is the Cyber Controller from Attack of the Cyberman. It's because I do not like the idea of... I'm trying to word this in the nicest way possible, because I cannot talk. I can talk. I'm talking right now. The Cyber Controller from Attack of the Cybermen is a chunky boy. And I myself am a chunky boy. You know, I do struggle in that department, and I do appreciate the fact that it is an actor who did the original role back in the 60s and has come back. But his intimidation or his character is sort of flawed by the fact that it is literally a very overweight Cyberman, and it just takes me out of the story a little bit whenever he's in the scene.
Yeah.
So yeah. No offense to people who are overweight. It's just not very good. Let's go to C tier. Now, what do you have in C tier? How many?
I have two.
You have two. Let's hear your first.
Well, the first is the Revenge Cybermen.
Oh, okay. That is something we agree on.
Because they're a bit of fun. They're a bit camp. Let's just put it that way.
That Cyberman design in itself is a very bold statement for the 70s. You've got the flared trousers, you've got the plumbing on the helmet, you've got the fact that he has his hands on his hips. The cyber leader has his hands on his hips, almost like he's about to do the time warp. And yeah, and also the story itself. A lot of people don't like that story. I personally do. I see it as a campy Doctor Who ride, like most of the classic era. It's got that whimsical feel to it, but the Cybermen do let it down a lot.
Yeah,
a lot.
It's a guilty pleasure for me as well.
I agree with you. The Revenge Cybermen are in my one as well. C tier. I just think they're fine. Let's go on to B tier now. How many do you
I've got
have
another
in
C
B
tier.
tier? Oh, you've got another C tier. Sorry. You go ahead.
Well, it's the attack cyber leader.
The leader, not the controller. Okay.
Not
go
the
ahead.
leader, the controller. Well, I totally agree with your statement. He's just a bit naff, really.
I like the idea that they brought the same actor back, but they kind of didn't need to.
He was like balancing between C and D. I was like, where do I put this one?
And if you have to choose, you kind of choose C, don't you, really?
He's lower C for me.
Yeah. And now we come to B tier. So what is in B tier for you? How many?
I have two.
Ooh. Two.
I have two. My first one is the Wheel Cybermen.
Yeah. Oh, you bumped that down. Oh no, you kept it the same one, didn't you?
No, it was B.
Oh, it was B. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. In the first recording, yeah.
Yes, yeah. I'm trying to not remember and remember at the same time. It's like reversing the polarity of the neutron flow.
I reversed the polarity of the neutron flow.
Yeah, the Wheel Cybermen, I don't like their voices. They're a bit hard to decipher.
Yeah.
They look good, but their voice is a bit.
Apart from the little bit at the bottom, I find. Yeah. I think they went a bit too over the top with that design. And you can kind of tell because in the next story they've refined it to a proper good design.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like in between designs.
My second one is the Stealth Cyberman.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
I know they don't do much, but they look cool.
That's what counts. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
They're just all in black. It just looks great.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's a difficult one because it's like it's a really cool design, but why can you do more with it? They are in B tier along. For me as well. They're in B tier. I don't really I don't really have any more to add. Well, my second for B tier is these boys. The Earthshock 5 Doctors generic Cyberman look. I like these Cybermen, don't get me wrong. Earthshock we've just reviewed. It's a very good story. But there isn't... I don't like the muted silver. I prefer... We're going to go into it, but I prefer a different kind of silver on them. I feel like they just do look generic a little bit. I do like the jumpsuits, but apart from that, not really much. The problem I have is they're a bit too emotional for my liking. Like,
I get that.
I like them to have a little bit of emotion, but not too much, because they are meant to be emotionless. You know? I feel like the cyber leader has... I feel like the cyber leader does go on a little bit of an angry rant sometimes in Classic Who. Now we're on to A tier. Now, I have made some changes. Because I do want to swap one with another. So, do you want to go first? How many do you have for A?
I have 3.
Oh, give us your first.
First is the Invasion Cybermen.
Ooh, interesting. Tell us more.
They just have that refined look to their previous appearance from Wheel in Space. I like the head shape. I think the outfit is kind of still the same as the Wheel one. The Wheel one. The Wheel one.
The real one or the wheel one?
The Wheel one. I just find it a bit of a more refined version from that version. My second is the 80s generic Cybermen.
These boys.
Them boys.
Them boys. Interesting. What's your reason?
They're just so.
I feel like I'm interrogating.
They're just so great. Like the Cybermen, I first saw when I was getting into Doctor Who, so they have an emotional pull on me.
Yeah.
Like some other Cybermen later on. I just have a nostalgia about them. My third is the 2000s Cyber Controller.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
I just find the Cyber Controller from that story really effective.
It's Roger Lloyd Pack, so of course.
Yeah, exactly. And is just like strength and presence in that story is just like he brings some menace to that role.
Yeah, and he's intimidating in the way that, like, as a character, is you kind of have a smidge of sympathy for him because he's a man who's dying, who wants to live on, and the way he's doing that is through his creations. But the creations, you know, they can tell he's dying, and so to save him they upgrade him, and he doesn't want to be upgraded. even though that's the thing he wants other people to be. It's kind of a just dessert, you know?
Yeah.
It's like he gets his comeuppance.
What's your A tier?
So, I have done a change because I'm going to address the change. Now, I did have the Wheel in Space Cyberman as in S tier, but I think I may have been wrong in my ranking list. So, I am swapping the Wheel in Space for the Invasion, and so the Wheel in Space Cybermen are in A tier, and the Invasion. Well, you know where the Invasion are. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that point. I agree with you on the design of the Wheel in Space Cybermen. The voices are a little bit too funky and a bit too modulated.
Yeah.
They lose the essence of what makes the Cybermen interesting. I don't like the mouth sort of weird tonguey bit thing. It looked weird. And then my second for A tier is the Moonbase / Tomb of the Cybermen Cyberman. Now, I like these. I think they're really fun. I like the design. I also like the voice, even though it is it's a little difficult. I think you do need to either have subtitles on, or you need to listen very closely if you're hard of hearing. But I do like these Cybermen. I don't like the ping pong balls on their shoulders. I do think that lets them down slightly. And also, I don't like the fact that they only have like 3 fingers. I think that annoys me because it's like I prefer it on the Sontarans because it makes sense. Whereas on the Cybermen, I feel like they should be 5-fingered foes. And then my third for A tier is the Silver Nemesis boys. Because I do love the Silver Nemesis Cybermen. I love the chrome, the shininess of them. But I feel like this far into the 80s, they become a generic army, and there's nothing really interesting or exciting to learn about them. They're just sort of stompy boys that want to take over the world. So I think the story lets them down slightly, but the design is pretty good.
Yeah.
So we have come to S tier. How many do you have for S tier?
I have 3.
You have 3. Well, I have 5 still. So let's go with your 3.
My first one is the Mondas Cybermen, the 10th planet.
Okay, 10th planet, not the Dr. Falls.
No. I haven't. They're outside the tier.
Okay.
I don't know where to place them, really.
Well, I forgot to put this down when I was redoing my list earlier. So I'm gonna just say, and now if you want to, you're more than welcome to. If you don't want to, I can leave them out. But in my tier, I'm going to put the Mondasian Cybermen from the Dr. Falls in probably B tier. I think B tier is fine.
Yeah, I'll probably put them in A or B.
And I agree with you. These are my S tier. The original 10th Planet ones are S tier for me as well because they are just so effective. I love the fact that their hands are not gloves. That's the one thing I don't like about the Dr. Falls version. Is it's these like they almost look like they're wearing rubber washing up gloves. in the Doctor Hall, in the Doctor Falls. It's like they're gonna do some washing up for me. I also like the fact that in the 10th planet, now, I don't know if this is a design feature or if it was an accident, but in some shots of the 10th planet, you can actually see the actor's eyes peeking through
it's
the black
terrifying.
eyes. Genuinely scares me.
Yeah, I just love that organic quality to them. It's just like, so good. Such a great design.
And I think that's it's the best design that's encapsulated the whole human converted element, the actual body horror. And that's what I love about the Cybermen, is I love the body horror, and I feel like we need to get there again. Make Doctor Who body horror again.
Yeah, I tried in New Who, but that didn't push out the boat enough, really, for me.
It's because the BBC are cowards. Now, what is your next choice for S tier?
For S tier, it is the 60s Cyber Controller.
Oh, yes. Again, I agree with you.
Because I watched that story last night after our failed attempt at recording this. I was like, it was originally an A. I was like, it's going to be an S. It's too good to be in A.
I love the brain, like, you know, when you can, like, see in the helmet and there's this, like, brain in there.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so weird.
It just looks great.
Yeah.
60 Cybermen. Top tier.
Pretty much. I think we're both agreed that the 60s Cybermen are pretty much the best Cybermen.
Yeah. And my last one is Tuma Moobase, talking about
the generic design, yeah.
Yeah, the two Moonbase Cybermen.
Interesting.
That's just a timeless design, really. It's just that mouth that just opens, then shuts. That blank expression on its face. It's just like, it's great. And the modulation on the voice is way better than the Wheel and Space modulation, I think.
It is, but it's not as good as the sing-song voice from 10th Planet.
No, it isn't.
But it's on par. It's close.
Yeah, they're both in S tier for me. So
yeah. Very good. Very, very good. And I will go for, but they're pretty much both. It's the Cyber Controller and the generic Cybermen design, and you could technically encompass all the naughty Cybermen in this for me, because I personally love the naughty Cybermen, especially the Age of Steel 2-parter, the Doomsday 2-parter. After that, they do get a little bit samey. But yeah, those 4 episodes are fantastic in terms of, like, bringing back the Cybermen, reviving the design for a new age. Yes, they do look like clunky robots, but in the Rise of the Cybermen, Age of Steel, we do get a little bit of humanity behind the mask, and also in Doomsday we get a Von Hartmann Cyberman. and that bit where the blood, is it blood that drips out from her eye?
I think it's a tear.
It looks like it either looks like oil or blood because it's dark.
Or is it?
I swear, it's dark. It's not an actual like tear.
It's been a while since I've seen that episode, to be honest.
Well, I think we're gonna have to do it next year. Next year we'll do those episodes.
Yeah.
Because we're going to do all of series 2 because that is again one of my favourite series of Doctor Who. Not season 2, Shooty Gatwa, or season 2 William Hartnell. Series 2. There's 3 season 2. Yeah, I love that design. I think they're phenomenal. I think they're the bee's knees, and it's just gorgeous design. So I don't really have anything else to say. I think that was a good speedy ranking this time around. We got through it.
Yeah, it nearly took us 2 hours the last time.
It nearly took us 2 hours, and it nearly gave us migraines.
Yeah, I had a headache after that.
Yeah, we plan to do many of these in the future, but what are your rankings? What would you rank our list, or do you have any that we've missed that you think we should have put in? Comment below and we will answer every single one of them. Sam has agreed.
I have agreed. Yeah, so just put your rankings down below and
Put your
give us a
rankings
like.
down below. And give us a like. And subscribe.
And subscribe, yeah.
Thank you very much for joining me, Sam, on this excursion.
You're welcome.
And thank you, dear audience member, for joining us today.
E